Hello guys, namaste and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you guys my setup of the tall elephant planner. I've already done a detailed review of the planner. If you have not watched that video, please go and check that out. Link is over here on the top and in the description below. I have already set up the planner off camera as I was not very comfortable doing that on camera, because off camera I can be fully present and enjoy the process rather than focus on other things like camera shot, focus, etc. So it's just my personal preference. The first page is about personal details, so I'll skip that. The second page, we have this beautiful illustrations with the words I am written on the top, and here I would like to jot on everything that my spirit, my true self, my inner being, whatever you want to call it, knows itself to be. And I have written here abundance, basically meaning I am abundance, I am radiance, I am freedom, I am wisdom, I am one with the power that creates worlds. I am love, I am joy, and I am fearlessness. For abundance, I have this sticker with a cloud that says it's raining gifts, and we have the gifts pouring down. For radiance, I have the sun, which is a symbol of radiance. Also for freedom, I have the sticker of this butterfly, which represents for me transformation as well as the freedom to choose. And next, I have this lamp for wisdom, because lamp has been a sign of knowledge and wisdom that removes the darkness called ignorance. Here I have one with the power that created worlds, and instead of galaxies I've stuck some stars because I didn't have the sticker of galaxy. For love, I have these hearts. For joy, I have this chick coming out of the egg smiling. And for fearlessness, I have a sticker that says brave. You may have noticed that I have written all of the words in their noun form rather than the verb form, because writing it as a noun, for example, instead of saying abundant, I have said abundance. Instead of saying fearless, I have used the word fearlessness. So writing it that way makes me think that I am a personification of all of these things rather than just a character that I may have today and may not have tomorrow, and that makes the affirmation even more powerful for me. Growing up in an environment where I was criticized and compared constantly, I have always struggled with self-love, and I never thought I could even come up with so many points that I love about myself, and I really felt so happy after I completed writing this page. So I've stuck these cute heart stickers to indicate each point. And these are the things I love about myself, and I loved writing this page. Thank you, Tall Elephant. It made me feel really good to know that I really have some good qualities that I truly appreciate about myself. Next, we have the 2021 recap section, and we have some prompts provided here. For example, highlights of 2021 is given, and I have jotted down memories of 2021 that I thoroughly enjoyed. Next prompt is the best things that happened to me in 2021, and I have written acts of love and kindness that I received from the people in my life. And the next one is how did 2021 change me for good, and I have written down the life lessons that I learned in 2021, and I have written a few points regarding what I want to carry forward from 2021 to 2022. I have just stuck some random stickers on this page. None of them represent anything in particular, and all of the stickers that I have used is from the Tall Elephant sticker book. Next, we have the 2022 calendar section, and here I have noted down the list of public holidays and some birthdays that I want to remember. We now enter the year 2022, and the first section here is the vision board page. Let me give you guys a close-up of this page and the pictures. This is like a visual bucket list for me. So here I have a picture of a living room and a bedroom, both that have a sea view. I would love to spend a night in a place like this someday, and this also represents to me a dream of having my own apartment someday. Next, I have a picture of a woman doing yoga. This year, I want to focus on exercise and fitness a little bit, as I hardly focused on that in the previous year 2021. And to the right side, we have Oprah Winfrey giving a speech in the Harvard University. This woman literally represents a phoenix for me, who rose from the ashes and became the powerful woman that she is today. She is also that independent kind of woman that I always want to be, and she is an excellent motivational speaker, which is again another dream for me to be able to give a motivational speech in front of a big crowd. I have a lot of stage fear, so it's kind of like right now seems like an impossible thing, but I hope to achieve it someday. Below that picture is a picture which represents solo traveling for me. Again, that is something that scares the hell out of me, but I want to face my fear and do it anyway. Okay, to the left is a picture of goddess Lakshmi, and why I put this here was I actually grew up in an environment with poverty mindset. Like even now, my parents, they just have this poverty mindset where they think there's not enough and they need to keep pinching off money in every possible way. But this picture here represents me, where I have been conditioned that veil over her eyes is the condition of the society, parents, etc., that has deluded her from the fact that she is a personification of abundance, that abundance lies within herself. So I'm trying to change my beliefs around abundance this year, and so that picture has a place here. Moving on, The Power of Now, the book that reminds me to be mindful, and I want to be more mindful this year. Right next to it is a picture with a woman meditating. So, mindfulness and meditation are on my priority list this year. Then I have the picture of New York. I have never visited a foreign country up to now, and I want to manifest a foreign travel. Below that is a picture of Oprah and Paulo Coelho in one of her interviews with him, and that for me represents the kind of conversation I would love to have. Deep, spiritual, authentic conversations with people who are wise and spiritually awake. Next, I have a picture of a car, a random car that I would like to manifest someday. Not thought of the model or anything as such. And to the right, I have a picture of a dog and lot of indoor plants, both of which I want to manifest someday. I would love to have a dog as a pet and some indoor plants. I would love to grow indoor plants. In fact, that's one of my goals this year. So that is my vision board. This vision board page was originally sectioned as self, personal and professional, but I don't like to fit my pictures in boxes as such, so I ended up using the entire page, and this is how I like my vision board to look personally. It's just a personal choice. And in between, I have used some stickers from the Tall Elephant sticker book. Next is the level 10 goal section, and now I am not a big fan of goal setting because every time I think of a goal I feel pressure and I don't feel the ease of allowing things to unfold in their own time. So my main focus this year will be to do things that make me feel good and at ease and make me happy, and I believe that puts me in a receptive mode that will allow the universe to give me surprises and that will allow things to unfold in a perfect way at perfect timing. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now, but right now I'm actually experimenting with the teachings of Abraham Hicks, and that's what they literally teach: to take inspired action. That is, get into the feeling place of ease first, and then you will be inspired from within to take an action. Do not force yourself to take an action. So for health and fitness, I've written drink more water, exercise more regularly, personal development, be mindful of your thoughts and reach out for a better feeling thought. Finances, create alternate streams of income, create passive income streams and think abundant thoughts. Career, overcome stage fear, overcome people pleasing, claim your worth, be fearless. Family and friends, spend time with people who make you feel good. Spiritual, appreciate more, be more grateful, feel good. And giving and contributing, try to do a giveaway on YouTube. I'll try, guys. I'm really not aware of the procedure, but I'll do it. Random act of kindness every month. Fun and recreation, go for long drives, explore new roads and places, and grow more of indoor plants. As you can see, I have not jotted down any goal that feels like impossible. I have jotted down doable goals and things that make me happy. So that way I feel ease. So the next section was actually a mind map section, but I do not use mind maps as such, so I converted it to a Rumi Speak section. Now I just love Rumi's quotes. Let us go through all of these quotes. I'm excited. Here's an avalanche of wisdom from Rumi. Stop acting small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. Start a huge foolish project like now. It makes absolutely no difference what people think of you. This speaks volumes to me because I always care about what people think about me, and I'm trying to overcome that. And this is the reason I just love quotes, because something within me resonates with them so much. Do not grieve, anything you lose comes around in another form. I want to sing like the birds sing, not worrying about who hears and what they think. This is speaking volumes to my stage fear right now. This is how I want to sing, honestly. Live life as if everything is rigged in your favor. Forget safety, live where you fear to live. Run away from what's comfortable, destroy your reputation, be notorious. Ignore those who make you fearful and sad, that degrade you back towards disease and death. Oh my god. These two are so interconnected. Like when you just tell people some goal and those people think that it is an impossible thing or it is a very risky thing, they'll always try to pull you down. But then forget safety, live where you fear to live. This is again speaking volumes about my dream of solo traveling. Next, do not despair if the beloved pushes you away. If he pushes you away today, it's only so he can draw you back tomorrow. If he closes the door on your face, don't leave, wait. You will soon be by his side. If he bars every passage, don't lose hope. He's about to show you a secret way no one knew. Oh my god, I just love these quotes. I would turn to these quotes to seek some inner strength and courage. Next, I have some quotes related to abundance. As I already said, I am trying to work on my abundance mindset. So here are some quotes to guide me. Let me give a close-up of each quote. Like the air you breathe, abundance in all things is available to you. Your life will simply be as good as you allow it to be. The single greatest thing you can do to change your life today would be to start being grateful for what you have right now. The source of abundance is not outside of you, it's a part of who you are. Acknowledging the good that is already in your life is the foundation of all abundance. The first quote is by Abraham Hicks. Highly recommend her videos because her perspective of law of attraction is what gave me more clarity into this and made it more believable. The second quote is by Oprah Winfrey. I already mentioned how I respect her and how she represents to me the best version of a powerful woman. And the third quote is by Eckhart Tolle. Again, I'm trying to work on my mindfulness here, and his book The Power of Now is all about mindfulness and being in the now. So that's something I would like to incorporate in this year. Next, When you allow yourself to receive, you are receiving things that lighten your load. When you do that, the universe will make sure that you have whatever you need in terms of funds, money, and abundance. The universe will make sure you have what you need to continue to be a channel for the universe. Anita Moorjani, a best selling author who had an NDE. Next one, don't be intimidated by what you don't know. That can be your greatest strength, and ensure that you do things differently from everyone else. Again, Sarah Blakely, she is the founder of Spanx, a very inspiring businesswoman who started off with nothing and rose to great heights. Next, we have the bucket list. Here I have filled some of it, but I have more to fill, which I'll do it off camera because it's a bit personal. This bucket list is different from goal section in that this is something you would like to do in this lifetime, not something related to just this year. Next is the traveler in me. One page I'm going to write down my travel visualizations off camera. The next page I'm going to leave it blank and fill it as I travel in 2022 to document my journey. Next is the bookshelf. We'll fill it up as and when I read my book. Same with the memory lane. So the next section was the TV library and the movie library and the TV library. But I don't watch movies, nor do I see much of TV. In the sense, I do watch, but very, very, very less. That I don't need so much of space to document what movies I saw, and TV, I hardly see TV. I don't see TV at all. So I turned these two pages into manifestation library and miracles library. So in the manifestations library, I'm going to document all of the dreams and wishes that came true. And in the miracles library, I'm going to document some unexpected blessings that came my way. Next page was about the people I treasure and proudest moments of 2022, which I will fill up as I move through the year. And next section was two blank pages to create the spread of our choice, and I created lessons learned in life spread. And here I would like to note down the aha moments and the lessons that I really feel strongly about, that I learned as I moved through life. And last week I had this aha moment regarding trusting your intuition. That's what I've noted down. The next page towards the right hand side, we have how the day went, whether it was a super special day, great day, productive day, normal day, bad day. And I have added one more day, which is the reset and relax day, very important for me. So I am going to color the section on the left hand side as I move through the year. So the left side of the page book, we have the yearly tracker where I have written down income, expenses and YouTube income. I'm going to fill up more with my investments, etc. later. Finally, we come to the January spread, and oh my god, I love these illustrations right here. So to go with the illustrations, I have written, give your undivided attention to your job of feeling good in red, and feeling good, I have highlighted that in green, and I have stuck some stickers that are like, smiling and happy, so I can relate with feeling good. So this is a quote by Abraham Hicks again. I already said that I want to follow the path of least resistance, the path of allowing this year, and so this is a quote that's going to fuel me for January. I have used red pen and I have used the gold glitter pen to draw the outline of the words. For feeling good, I have used the green pen and I have used the gold for outline again, and just stuck the stickers. So next is the calendar view of January, and I have jotted down some holidays and some birthdays that I want to remember. I am going to be using this planner exclusively for my personal development. So this space I am going to use it for journaling regarding how my day went, how good I felt throughout the day, and what I did to feel good, if at all I was feeling low or sad or anything like that. So that's my theme, right? Give your attention to your job of feeling good. So I plan to use this place for journaling purpose. We'll use the important notes at the end for weekly reflection, brain dump as and when I want to feel like using it. And the goals tracking page, I have written down some mini goals that is achievable for me in this month. So the main goal tracking page is right there behind. So something related to that mini goals I have jotted down for this month. So I have written down exercise or dance or walk regularly, mindfulness, stop people pleasing, see, notice abundance, connect with like-minded friends, appreciate more, do random act of kindness, go for long drives, plant a seed or get an indoor plant. I really want to keep it simple because at the end of the month I don't want to feel like I have not achieved the goal. It should be a good start. Oh my god, I'm just waiting to use this section. This is my favorite section, the happiness jar, emotional tracker and the gratitude section. Really looking forward to fill it. Next, the habit tracker. So I have a couple of habits to track here. I have overwritten on the example that they had provided, so it's a bit messy, please bear with that. So first one is waking up at 5 a.m. The second one is sleeping early. Third one is no mobile gadget day. I really need to cut down on my screen time in 2022, one of my priorities. Next one is reading. The next one is exercise/walking. Next one is self-care. Next, meditation. Next, in the vortex, that is the days when I'm feeling completely joyful, blissful, happy. That is when I know that my point of attraction is good. Next one is practice, music. And the next one is Wim Hof method. If you have not heard of this, please check that out. It's helped me personally to overcome my anxiety. Next one mentions deep clean, declutter. That is the days I decide to clean my house and declutter, remove all unwanted stuff. Next page, I have a few other things that I want to track. Need not be just related to fitness, though it says fitness tracker. First one is the periods, where I am going to be marking the date where I am supposed to start my period and also the days where I actually start my period. Sorry, a bit messy due to overwriting. Next is a glass of water, and I have taken 2 rows for that and divided one square into 4 sections. So 2 rows is 8 sections. That represents 8 glasses of water for me, and I'm going to tick it as I drink the water. Next is the willpower. So basically I have one or two habits that I do out of impulse every time, and I want to overcome that because I don't want to be a slave of my mind. I have to be the master of my mind. So that section is to track the days that went by without me indulging in those habits. Next is listening to raga. Since I have taken teaching classical music as a profession, I have to keep listening to the ragas and swarakalpanas to enhance my manodharma. So next, I have written down reacted and detached. So we all do this, that sometimes someone tells something that you do not feel good about and you suddenly get angry, shout at them and such stuff. So I just want to take a step back in 2022 before I say something or I just react out of impulse. So that is, I want to keep a track of days when I really did not think before I act, so that I can do less of that next time. Detached is the opposite of that. So someone said something, yet I was able to maintain my calm and not get angry. So that is detached. The next one is connected with friends. Obviously the days that I met my friends and had a nice time with them, because I do very less of that. So want to do more of that in 2022. The next one is hours of cell phone usage. So obviously, as I already said, I have been addicted to the gadgets and I want to reduce my screen time because already I have a dry eye condition right now. So my phone does track the number of hours that I use it every day, and I'm going to make a note of that in this section, and hopefully I'm able to reduce that gradually. Next we have the meal tracker and the color code is given below, and I'm going to use it as and when I enter 2022. Next we have the finance tracker. Here I'll be tracking my income and expenses and financial manifestations. The next section is 2 blank pages. I'm going to use it as and when I feel like I want to add something to the planner that is missing. Next is the monthly recap section. So we move on to the next month from there. So at the end of the planner, I have written down in the notes section what I would like to track in this particular planner. Generally, I do my own thing with the planner. I do not follow anybody else's ideas or prompts. But this particular idea, I am really thankful for Isha from Life Aroma with Isha. This was a very, I have to say, practical idea that she gave, and it was really helpful since I'm using 2 planners. I don't want the contents of this planner and that planner to overlap, so this section will help me to have it straight that what I would like to use this planner for. My childhood habit of trying to please my parents desperately extended to adulthood as people-pleasing habit. I say yes most of the time when I intend to say no. So this year I want to overcome that habit. And for that I have written a note to self that I want to read as an affirmation every single day. Realize it is okay to be selfish. Have your priorities straight. Realize that people pleasing does not create a good image. Listen to your inner voice. Change to no being your default answer. Do not postpone the decision or communication. Do not fabricate fake reasons. Decline politely in a sentence or two. Do not apologize if it's not your fault. Start in little ways. Hope this note also helps others who are trying to recover from people-pleasing habit. Right hand side I have written some other notes which are personal. So that was my setup of the 2022 Tall Elephant Journal cum Planner. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Namaste.